What's going on, America? This is Kevin from Kevin's Corner. And if I look like a model, it's because I am today. I'm modeling a new sportswear by someone who have a company that has sponsored me, which I am totally flattered and appreciative. And the company is Extreme Tees, okay? So I'm rocking their gear. They support the agenda of the Republican Party, conservative views, and the company reached out to me and asked me if I would wear their t-shirts and just give a quick plug about their wonderful fitting t-shirts. And I'm gonna tell you right now, when I got the t-shirt today, I was like, you know what? I don't know if this t-shirt, how it's gonna feel on my man body, because I never, I'm real particular about my tees, okay? Well, when I got the t-shirt, cracked it open, and I'm like, wow, nice soft cotton, feels good. It's kind of fitted. It ain't too baggy. It's not fitting me like a circus tent, but at the same time, it's not fitting me like, saran wrap. I'm not walking around like one of those guys who wears t-shirts that's too tight and, it's a medium. People are like, dude, did you borrow your little brother's t-shirt to come out? So this one fits great. It's real comfortable. The t-shirts that they sell come for whether you're an athlete or not. Also, whether you're a male, female, or child, they sell it all. Fits great. Wonderful product. Wonderful company. Check them out. The link is in the bottom. I want to start off with that. Now, let's get into business. You know what? The Democratic Party is a whole cast of monkey shine. They absolutely destroyed their reputation, if that is possible, more than it already is, during the Brett Kavanaugh hearings today. All right, first things first. They start off by interrupting, a coordinated attack, interrupting the guy who was facilitating it. He starts off, he's just simply saying, welcome everybody, we're gonna be talking about, the judge and here we're here for these hearings and this and that. Excuse me, Your Honor, we need to, I want to be recognized. Well, you're going to have to wait. Next, excuse me. See, this is what I mean when I talk about the Democratic Party being the lawless party. They are the hood rats of politics, okay? They are the full-blown nincompoops of politics. To this day, I don't understand how anyone would rather be associated with that unorganized, unruly party. They were almost to the point where you would feel like they are a part of like an outdoor protest where they're just don't want to hear anything. They don't want no order. They just want chaos because it was constant, rapid fire, interrupting. And he's just sitting here like, can I even get through my opening statement? And they coordinated this. It was coordinated. Then they have people in the audience that just falls out, start screaming, making noise. I mean, they are the full-blown hood of politics. And I'm thinking to myself, y'all talking about comments about monkeys and referring to, black people. Y'all acted like complete monkeys today during the hearing. I mean, I'm talking, they were full-blown monkeys. I'm talking when you run on your knuckles, when you're swinging branch to branch. They were completely out of control today, which we expected, but I didn't know to what degree. I knew they were going to come, full effect, completely chaotic and out of control, but I didn't know to what degree. And then they move on to all of their opening statements. And I remember one lady in particular, if you got to have the name, I'll give it to you. But she's talking about how what's important for a Supreme Court justice pick is the rule of law. And I'm going, how could you say that with the straight face? I mean, she goes on to talk about a Supreme Court justice that, will make sure that nobody's above the law, not even presidents, except for Hillary Clinton, except for James Comey, except for all of the people who participated in trying to put together a fake, phony investigation into Donald Trump. All of those people, they're above the law, but nobody else though. That's it. That is it. We got a small select group of elites that are above the law. So it's very ironic when the Democrats bring up the rule of law. And I see where they're trying to go with this. They're trying to make these claims that the president is obstructing justice because he tweets about Jeff Sessions being asleep. Okay, he tweets about how Robert Mueller is all over the road driving. He's not in his lane. He tweets about how Rosenstein is double dutching because he's a part of the investigation, and then he's over the investigation. Right now, he's like this. He's like double dutching. Like, what can I? Let me jump in. He's double dutching. That's what he's doing. He's back and forth. If this was World War II, he'd be fighting for the Germans and the United States. He's all over the place. So he tweets about things that are legitimate complaints. And yet they're trying to make it seem as if he's trying to obstruct justice. And they tried to say, you know what? We worry about him appointing a Supreme Court justice for his own benefit, because he thinks that the president can't be indicted and all this stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, all the things that the Democrats are complaining about with President Trump are within his constitutional right. Okay. See, and that is why we need a Supreme Court justice in office that's going to hold up the Constitution, because it's obvious what they want to do. They want to bend the Constitution to fit their agenda. Everything President Trump is doing that is constitutional, they're trying to say that these things are illegal. They shouldn't be done. Something needs to be done about it because it's messing up our agenda. Therefore, all of a sudden, the Constitution don't mean anything, which brings me to Ted Cruz, that comes in and mops the absolute floor with all of these Democrats and expose their motive. And that's what we have to do. We always have to listen to these knuckleheads. Once they get finished yapping, then we expose their motive. And Ted Cruz had one of the best monologues ever. I'm going to put the link in the bottom, along with the link for Extreme Tees too. Ding. Anyway, getting back to what I was saying. So Ted Cruz opens up and he talks about none of this stuff is about y'all not getting enough documents. Because let's be real. The Democrats ain't going to read all those documents anyway. They never do. All right. It ain't about all the documents, because we find out that those documents are irrelevant to Cavanaugh anyway, because he was just simply a clerk under the Bush administration, and he was taking these notes and handing them to the president. So these aren't notes that they need to be looking at anyway with the fat eyeballs trying to drum up some type of drama. All right. So none of those notes are relevant, but they're trying to, the Democrats, they're never going to tell the public that that's irrelevant. They're just going to make it seem like they're hiding something and they're trying to obstruct justice. Yeah, you know how they roll. So he breaks that down. He says it's not about that. It's not even about whether the judge is qualified or not, because I think it was like all of his decisions was supported by like 92 or plus amount of all of the other judges, whether it was Democratic judges, Republican judges, they all sided with him like, yeah, that was a good decision. I mean, he judged it according to the Constitution. So he said what this really is about is the dirty Dems trying to relitigate the 2016 election. And then he exposes all what Hillary Clinton wanted in a Supreme Court justice, which is an advocate on the bench. She wanted to make sure that all of these judges, you know what? I tell you, hold on for a second, y'all. I got a problem. Somebody that I opened my garage door knowing that I was in the middle of shooting my video. I sometimes talk about my dad. He's old, and sometimes I think he forgets, and so now we end up like Lamont and Fred Sanford fighting all the time, I think he just finds it because he's a Democrat, y'all. I think he just finds a way to interrupt my videos. I heard what you said about that evil, wicked Donald Trump. Prove it, Dad. I ain't got no data to prove it, but I'm just saying, I know deep down that he ain't no good. You know how old people are. They're right, even if they're wrong. The old people would say, you know what makes me qualified to tell you that is I'm your dad. Yeah, that's not cutting it. But anyway, I love him anyway. That's my boy. Now, getting back to what I was saying. He exposed what Hillary Clinton was trying to do. And she was trying to put an advocate on the bench. She wanted somebody who was going to come in and push all the liberal agendas that they want. And then he exposed how she had plans to attack First Amendment, Second Amendment, all of the things, freedom of religion, all of the things that make us America, things that are important. And she was going to smoothly try to undermine all of those things. And if she would have got in, we would have been in big trouble. Now, I'm putting the link of Ted Cruz because that was one of the best monologues ever. If you ever want to reference, to how you can combat any of the knuckleheads out there, this liberal, and they're arguing about this, yeah, ask them, do they enjoy saying what they want to say? Do they enjoy certain freedoms in America? Well, this is what you're going to get if you would have voted for Hillary Clinton, okay? All we're asking is to put a judge in office that actually interprets the law properly, okay? That is it. Nothing different, nothing out of the box, nothing extreme, except for extreme D's. Ding. Anyway, that's all we're asking for. It's just somebody who can do what we need them to do and represent America, Constitution, Bill of Rights, etc. All right? So you've been listening to Kevin's Corner. I'm going to wrap this video up, but man, those Democrats put on a show. I mean, the Cavanaugh court hearing, his hearing today was a whole cast of monkey shine, and the Democrats had the lead role. They came in like, that's what they came in as. All right, anyway, check me out on Facebook, on Twitter. You can also catch me Wednesday nights at 7:30. All the links to this video is going to be in the bottom. So if you want to check out the Cruz link, you can check that out. Also, check out Extreme Tees. There's going to be a link to find it in the bottom as well. Fits great, feels great. You'll be hearing more about it in some of my upcoming videos. All right, and if you want to donate to Kevin's Corner, there's links in the bottom. Do that as well. Now, let the old man get out the driveway, okay, even though he ain't got nothing to do, except ride around the neighborhood. He's old. He's like, yeah, I'm just ride around. Anyway, all right, God bless you. Find you next time in Kevin's Corner.